Exactly. Exactly. That is not exciting, Sedaria. I
not.
agree.
Not exciting. That's supposed to be melting.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Should be melting, but it's great.
I remember I lived in New York. I never forget. It snowed in May. I was done. I was like, see this.
Okay, no worries.
This right. This is not for me.
Oh, we have Sedaria and Valencia here. I don't know. I don't see Tanya. Did you watch Saturdays?
Huh?
Have you guys seen Saturdays?
I watched Saturday.
It was amazing.
I was working and I like completely forgot about it. I was so mad. I was like, man.
Did you watch the replay?
I haven't yet. No.
It was really good. It was a good session. I agree.
It was super good.
I'm going to Tanya is vending this weekend where I should have been, but
You're like, that's where it is.
Scheduling conflicts.
Yeah.
Well, sorry for everybody else, but for Sedaria, from minute 24:50 or 24 minutes, 24.50 timestamp to 29:42, you want those between those minutes.
24 to 29. Got it.
Yes.
24 to 29. That's the most important right there.
Absolutely.
So, and I'll explain with all of you guys here what that is. But she will have more. I'll do my best, but it'll be more.
Where did you get those earrings?
Oh, these are vintage, guys.
Those
Sorry.
are so vintage. Yeah, I honestly I paid for those from somebody. I was like, oh, those are fire. Yes.
They're very vintage.
Yes.
And I brought all my jewelry home. This is the only pair that was sitting in my drawer left. And I was like, so it's great. Okay.
Can I say a couple announcements
that just came out?
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, I can't wait. I don't know what I was thinking, but I know I did not order enough of those.
I just got these Saturdays, so I'm like so excited.
Yeah, I did not order enough of those.
I did not.
Are they the best? I love them.
Those
I
are
need
good.
like 20 more.
I need those in iridescent and oil spill, and then I'll be good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, okay. Any wins for the weekend?
Can I say a couple announcements real quick?
Robbie, you go.
Okay, you guys, everybody that's listening, and pass the word along, because this is obviously our very, very last day for this 90-day social media run. Okay, so we have all of April off, so we get a little bit of relaxing time, which is super, super nice. But be prepared for the beginning of May, because there's a new 90-day recruiting run. Okay, so we're basically going to be building on these principles that we learned with finding into recruiting. Okay, so letting you guys know, we will put out some promotions, but we're going to be creating a new Facebook group. Okay, so we'll be letting you guys know what that is, and we'll be pushing that out to everybody. And don't worry, we'll push it out to this group. We'll push it out to our Frank Vivas team group and push it out to everybody. But we will be creating a new, we decided this morning we'll create a new Facebook group, and we'll start for there. We don't know if it's going to be the same time. We for sure want it to be the same time, because we like learning things within under 30 minutes and then getting on the live for 30 minutes or like 25 minutes for new releases. So we're hoping to keep the same schedule. We really, really hope it's the same, but realize we'll give you more information as it comes along, and then just be patient with us, because we're going to have to just plan to review and see what works best for everybody. So that's the main announcements that I wanted to go into. And then Britt, I mean, whoever wants to go into the wins, and then we'll go into the main thing from Saturday.
It was Josetta, I believe, online. I have it. I need to move it. She said that, yes, Josette. I always say Josetta. I mess that up every single time.
That's
but
so
she
good.
said her win is she got her first recruit over this weekend. So, oh, anyone else have a win? I swear I'm live on Facebook. Anyone on Facebook want to say hi over there? I don't see any comments on there. I see comments on Zoom.
There's
I have a win.
comments.
There's comments. There's a bunch of comments.
I have
Sue says, I need to go back and try to get as much info as I can this month and get ready for recruiting. You betcha, Sue. Yes. By the way, please remember, they have given us 90 different things to do. Choose the one or the two that is best for you. You don't do overwhelm, because oh my gosh, breath. If we tried to do every single one, there's no way. I don't know. But remember, just choose one or two and work on those and perfect them, and then do a couple more. Anyway, that's a lot what our call is about today. So I'll shut up. But
Because you do try to do all, you end up doing nothing because you get so.
yes,
I know for me, I do. I just end up doing nothing, and that's not good.
great. That's great.
So then you need to go back and watch the first of this one. But okay, so do you just want to jump into it? We'll just jump in, Mom.
Can I add in one more thing?
Yes.
You guys remember, as they get into this, remember, this is an amazing tool, this Facebook group, for not just you, but your team. So use this. If you don't have time to watch all the videos, go in and go into at least the descriptions and look at it, and create your own systems for your brand new recruits. Think about yourself as a franchise. People buy into franchises because of their systems. So what are your scripts? What things work best for you? And start building out just a plan and a script for any of your new recruits. So it's very, very easy for them to get started and be successful right off the bat.
And so that goes into a little bit of what today was.
Cool.
So, which I love that Robbie started with that. So it did, first off, they talked about and this is huge to you guys, it's like, congratulations, like this 90 days, this was a lot. And you guys learned tons of just different tactics and different methods and everything. And they did throw it at you just like nonstop. But the thing that they put out there that I thought was really cool is they said, this is just setting a whole new benchmark for you. And so, and that's was like something just think about that I thought, okay, this is like, when I talk about my last 90 day, it was a lot. And I said, I'd never do one again, but it set a new press or benchmark that it's like, oh, with doing this 90 day, I'm like, oh, this is easy. And this is easy because I already did one. And so you've learned a lot of these things that is getting you prepared for other 90 days, and you're setting new goals for you. He made a comment that he was watching some show about this guy that was this 600-pound guy. And I don't even know what it's called. It's called The Wave or something like that. And he said, everybody has a different limit and they think differently about themselves. And he's like, the thing that he was talking about that. And then he went into, Eric went to dinner or lunch with Alex Hormozy. Did I say that right, Robbie? And who Alex is he is this multi-millionaire. And he said that he was sitting there talking to him and he's like, oh, Alex said when they were eating, he said, oh, I do not let my body fat get up above 15%. Once it gets to that point, I just start working out. And he's like, I keep my body fat at 8%. And Eric said, he's like, I'm at 23%. I would kill to be at 15%. And he said, well, it's all depends on your benchmark. So if you have where I won't let my weight get past this amount, he said, just lower it. And that's how you do it. That it's like, here, I'm not going to let it get up to 15%. Okay, well, I'm never going to let it get to 14%. He said, just do small little increments and make that your baseline. And that's what's going to help you get to that, that it's like, I will not ever let myself get over this amount. And so that's the same thing with taking what you've learned from this. And it's like, here, what is your new norm? I will not, like, you have to make so much money in a month to pay this bill and pay this bill. And you know what your minimum is. But what if you raised that? And it's just kind of having a just different approach and looking at it, so that I was like, okay, that's smart. And he said that, like he sat there and talked about it. He goes, it really depends on you. And he said, what Alex is so good at is, he said, he's so good at branding. And so with his branding, he goes, this is this multimillionaire. He gives everything away for free, and people are lining up at his door to work with him because he's so good. And he goes, the reason behind that is he gives so much value and gives so many different things that it's like, oh, here, I can help you with this, or here's this quote, or here's this to help you build your business better. All of his information is free, and he just has catchy lines. So then it's like, oh, well, I'm trying to give an example. Robin told me this. Robin told me this. So everybody is just sharing Alex's information because he is given so much value that people just quote what he's doing and they're sharing his stuff. And so that's the whole point behind it, is you're getting all these different tactics and different things to do. But the more you share it and the more you get out there and you just give more value, it will just happen organically. And so they said, go back to this whole 90-day. So look at what Robbie just said. Go look at the different taglines and what Frazier and Eric said. They said, get another notebook or put wherever and just put little things on there. And they said a journal where I would just make bullet points like on a paper. And I was talking to Suze last night and she said this same thing. She goes, I just need to have like a spreadsheet and just close my eyes and put up and down and just click on it and just see, what am I going to do today? So take all these different tips that you've taken from this 90-day and don't do overwhelm. Do one at a time, get good at it, and then move to the next one. But if you forget what they are, that's why it's good to write all the different things or to have them all down. So when it's like, here, I need a different thing to do, you go and look at that list and then you can go back and say, oh, it's on this day. I can rewatch it or I can read more notes.
Can I add something in, Britt?
Yes.
I would say to the very foundation level, you guys, there's a lot of dares we gave throughout this whole 90 days. On the bare minimum level, like Brittany was saying, the standard, the bare minimum, do at least the finding DMO, or he said during it, the core activities. Do at least that every day, which was the commenting, the creating content, the connecting, the converting, the celebrating. Do that for the bare minimum every single day. And if you have extra bonus that you want to do some more things throughout the week, then factor that in. But at least do the bare minimums of your finding DMO every day.
Mm-hmm. I think that's huge. Oh, what?
Sorry.
Go, Mom.
One thing that I got out of Eric today was he said quantity, 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 quantity. Like Sedaria said, if you're trying to do everything, you really don't do anything. But if you choose one thing and you do it so much, Brittany talked about Alec, that he's there all over the place, and he's not there in 90 different things. He's there in a few different things, but everywhere. So if you're really good at doing reels, do reels, 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 and up at 10 times or as many times as you can. I mean, 10's a lot, but do a lot. The one thing that I have always remembered about Jessie Lee Ward is that she said, I get the most recruits. I get the most people following her, followers, comments, because I'm everywhere. She says, you can't go on TikTok, you can't go on Facebook, you can't go anywhere that I'm not. And it's not that she makes 20 different reels. She makes one reel and she puts them everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And she makes another reel and posts them everywhere and everywhere. And the more you give, that's one thing that Alex said too, is the more you give, people will come back to me because I'm giving value, I'm giving value, I'm giving value. Well, you just got 90 days of value. And so if you just take one day and go out and teach this in a reel, in a TikTok, and a YouTube, and just take it and even put it down to like 2 or 3 minutes, you will get people following you because you are the expert in social media now.
Yeah, I think that's huge. And they brought that up a few times, that it's like, we don't do overwhelm, and pick one thing. And just like Mom said, you increase it, you do more of it. And if it's good, or if you do it poorly, it doesn't matter. Just get more of it out there.
You don't have to be perfect.
Mm-hmm. And then he talked about another thing that he brought up. He brought up Elon Musk for a second, which I thought was awesome, which I think that this will go into the next 90 day, which I think is cool. But he said, Elon made a comment on Twitter about there's a new thing or a thing out there that you sell the top package And then you go down from there and start, instead of starting with the lower package. So you guys, Paparazzi just put out an even better thing this month with recruiting. Like, it's amazing. And so you do a stack. So it's like, guess what? If you're going to tell somebody about joining your team, don't tell them about the $99 package, because that's what we go to. Say, guess what? There is this package. It is $499. You get 200 pieces, but guess what? And that's worth $1,000. But this month you get an extra, again, I don't even remember. Is it 40 pieces, 50 pieces? So add that on there. You get this, and it is this value. You get a convention ticket. Guess what? A convention ticket right now is valued. It's $250, but just convention alone, they usually have 2 to 3 concerts. If you were to go buy a concert ticket, you're at least $100 to $500, depending on the artist. And you give the value of how amazing this thing is, that it's like, it's almost that, like, it's stupid not to buy it. And then you go down and it's like, well, if I can't do that, then you can go down where Robbie tells this story. I don't know if he said it on here, but when you go to some of these high-end stores, they will purposely put people in a $10,000 suit. And people look at it, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. And then they put them down into a $5,000 suit. Okay, they can think about the $5,000 suit, but if they originally started them in a $100 suit and they put them into a $5,000 suit, they're not going to be doing that. But they show the value of how amazing this is.
Brittany, can I teach one more thing that you did that I would suggest to change? Teach them the stack. Now, how many times have you seen, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It's changed my life. It has bought my dream house. I have time. I work whenever I want. But the best part is, you know, how much it, and they'll say, I was doing a question and answer and they said, how much is it to join? And I said, do you know, you get 200 pieces. That's $1,000 value. This month, oh my gosh, corporate saw that last month was such a good promotion. They totally upped it this month. So you can get your people to come on with this amazing new opportunity that we have this month. And I'm sorry, again, I don't know.
You're right. You don't start with the price first. You start with the value of all the different things, and then you give the price. That was my bad. You're right.
Yeah. And then you go through just like Brittany did. And then you say, and it's only $4.99. And I will tell you, I don't care if you join me or not, but it'll be the dumbest choice you ever make in your life. And if they say, well, I really can't do that, then say, well, you know what? It's almost as good, but not quite. But they do have one for only $2.99. Well, excuse me. They do have one that you get 120 pieces, which is $700 of blah, blah, blah. You know, I just go through the stack and it's only $2.99. But if I were you, I would find the amount, because you don't want to miss convention. And this month, I'm not kidding. I've never seen this from corporate before, that they've given this many free pieces, because they just listened to us, because last month was so good. So they opted this month for you to be able to have something fantastic. Then you can take it and get new people underneath you. I don't ever talk, I didn't even talk about the $99 kit, because you know what? I want $500 people. I want people that want to sell the $1,000 of pieces. I want people that want to go to convention. I want those people on my team. And I want to teach them how they can get people underneath them with this promotion this month, because it's so fantastic. Sorry, Brett, go on.
No, you're fine. And then the last that they kind of went into was they gave a few different things that AI is artificial intelligence. There's a lot of that stuff coming out that will make your lives easier. And so they kind of went through a bunch of those things, where if you guys have not gone on to Chat GPT, go on there. There's stuff that you can get, content ideas, you can get trainings, you can get headlines. There is so much on there to help your business that you want different ideas of things. Go on there and you can search it, and it's going to just make your life so much easier instead of having to do all the research. They talked about another one. It's video AI. So VIDYO.ai. And that will take a long form video and turn it into short form. and it just picks out like the best snippets of, so say that like I'm on here and I'm doing a long training on here. I can take this video and I can go put it into there. Again, I haven't worked with it, but it should just take out like the good parts of it and it puts it into short term or short form. So then you can put it out there on as a reel, as a TikTok, as a YouTube. So that was something that was super awesome. They said simplified.com is one that is a great tool to help with a content creator. They said another one is
What if we post
Jasper.
all those? Let's just post all those up there.
So
in
they
the
gave a
description.
lot of different things. So these are things
Yeah.
just to help as far as with your content and everything like that. And then they said, what was the other thing?
Bunch of
Oh.
really cool tools.
Oh, yeah. And they will change your business. But he did say that, remember, all this social media stuff that we're learning is probably only really going to be good for 1 or 2 years because it's going to advance so much more. So grab what's good right now. Don't spend lots and lots of time figuring out everything. Just grab what's good for you and let's go on. This is the month to breathe. So take a break, take a big breath and breathe, because May, we're going to.
And they said it in a way, Robbie, what do you always say? It's the, am I saying this right? The concepts have been the same from the beginning, but it's the tactics are the
Principles.
things that are changing.
So, and a great point, Brittany, to bring up. Principles will always be universal.
That's what
In
it is.
selling, the principle of selling is if you add more value, the price goes down. It's easier to pay the price, right? If I were to sell you a car for $2 million, and you're like, there's no way I'd pay for that. But if you knew it was Tony Robbins' car, or Oprah Winfrey's car, or Abraham Lincoln's car, like some of these big things, like it's like, whoa, like the value goes up, like the price doesn't seem as big. Okay. So whatever the strategy, the tool and tactic, that's what we want you to learn and understand at a high level, that the principle is in marketing, we give value and it's easier for people to come back. In marketing, if you hook story offer in marketing, it's easier for people to get more eyes on it. Okay. So realize that the principles on a higher level, and as tools and tactics change from social media to this new AI trend that's going on right now to the future, you're able to be adaptable with it.
And the other big thing that he really went into was, you guys, right now with the last 90 days, some people may have had these huge breakthroughs. Some people may not have. But what you have just learned in this last 90 days is you were just given a roadmap to help you get to where you are going. So it's just like, I just handed you a treasure map. You're going on this. You have everything. You know where to go. It's just you need to get to that treasure at the end. So right now with this last 90 days, they gave us all of this information. And yes, it was a lot, but it's just you're going to take one step at a time going on your treasure map to get your treasure. And so, and then what he said for the assignment or for the dare was make, since you guys just hit this 90-day hard, make, just go and, what is it? Be kind to yourself. And so this was on Saturday. So if it's today or choose a day, but be kind to yourself. Go and go shopping or go to the spa or go get a pedicure, do something, but be kind to yourself and take a deep breath and take it in, because you guys just completed this. Like, this is huge. You guys did this. And so this is something just to reflect and think about you and how far you have come in the last 90 days. And it's going to be good.
Yeah. So remember, the person that gets the most people from your team on the recruiting 90 days wins. So make sure that you encourage people from your team or any other paparazzi people. This is open to every single person in paparazzi. Get them on the 90-day run, because we all win. And we're so proud of you. I want you to know that you guys are the rock stars. I'm telling you, top 0.001%, 0.00001% of paparazzi is here. All 90 days, you did it.
And what's
you are amazing.
When you go into this next 90 days starting May, a lot of the things may seem repetitive from, it's like, oh, I learned about this in the social media. It's just going to bring that thing that's like, oh, I know how to do this, or, oh, I've done this. But since, again, social media, everything's changing, they stay up with the latest different tips and tricks as far as building your following and everything. So this is going to be there to help you.
We got to jump off because it's new releases, but many of you have asked. Robin signed a new person up. Congratulations. I've seen other people with messages, and I'm sorry, but let me tell you, we will post all those little vid.coms and AIs and IPs and all that kind of stuff. We'll put that in the chat. It'll be an hour or so before we do, because we got to go do the releases, but we'll get all those in
It'll
there.
be in the description above on this video on day 90, and it was called Celebrate that you guys are in. So we'll have all that in there.
In
So go
Valencia,
celebrate.
Tanya,
What?
yeah, and if Valencia or Sedaria or anybody that's in the 90-day right now, the accelerator, if you have any extra little tips or tricks or hacks that you saw that you want to throw in, please put that into the group for other people. That would be awesome. We'd love to hear from you guys.
Will do.
Awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. So proud of you. We love you so much. Thank you for being here with us. It's so yummy. I love it, Sedaria. We love you. We love you. We're just kind of a little, can't wait for convention. We need to get together and hug. Have a good week. Go order. We'll see you later. Love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.